Hello everyone, I am Dr. Rachna Pachori. Today I am discussing about the science which deals with the study of diseases. Now, today we all are suffering from COVID-19, which is declared to be a pandemic disease. So, while dealing with this pandemic disease, number of terminologies come into our mind, and our question is that from where these terminologies originate. So, the origin of these terminologies, this concept, the concept of the disease, the concept of epidemic disease, pandemic disease, endemic disease, etc., it is coming from the science, and that science is called as epidemiology. So basically epidemiology, it is the study of diseases in the community, or you can also say that it is the study of distribution of diseases, how the diseases are distributed in the community and their frequency in man. And the word epidemiology, it is derived from epidemic. Now basically this epidemiology, it is classified into two groups or two classes you can say. The first is descriptive epidemiology and the second is analytical epidemiology. So the descriptive epidemiology, it is basically the first phase of investigation. It is concerned with the study of three elements, namely the time, place and person, distribution of disease and health status of the human population. Now, as the name suggests, descriptive. So this epidemiology, it describes, in this descriptive epidemiology, we generally used to describe that at which time the particular disease arises in the community. The time indicates that in which season, whether it is the summer season, it is the rainy season, it is the spring season or it is the winter season. Place, at which place the disease arises. For example, COVID-19, it is present all over the world. That's why we are saying that this is the pandemic disease. So place is very important. Then person, who are the persons affected with the disease? Now in the person, the categorization is as per the age, like the children or the newborn babies are affected, or the teenager age is affected, or the above teenager, the adults are affected, or the disease is responsible to cause the symptoms only in the old age persons. So in this way we can determine the time, place and person in descriptive epidemiology. In the second class of epidemiology, that is the analytical epidemiology, it is the second phase of investigation and it is concerned with the testing of epidemiological hypothesis which is derived from descriptive studies. So while doing the descriptive studies, some type of hypothesis arises in our mind. Like suppose we are discussing about the cholera. So the hypothesis is that the cholera spread during the rainy season. It is spread at a particular place. So it is the epidemic disease. So this is a sort of hypothesis, and in the analytical epidemiology we use to analyze that whether this hypothesis is correct or not. Now while dealing with the epidemiology, the five basic questions, we have to search for the answer of this five basic question, which is called as epidemiologic approach. So the first question is, when does the disease occur? It is related with the time distribution. When? At which time the disease is present? Second is the place distribution, that is where does the disease occur, at what place the disease is there. So where does the disease occur? It is place distribution. Third is who are the people affected, that is the person distribution. Fourth is why has it happened, that is searching for the cause of the disease. And fifth is what should be done to control, that is the preventive or control measure of the disease. So the initial three questions are discussing in the descriptive epidemiology, and remaining two questions are always described in analytical epidemiology. Now after that, what is the scope of epidemiology? So basically in the early stages when the epidemiology begins, it is derived from the word epidemic. So it deals only with the epidemic diseases like cholera, typhoid, smallpox and other diseases. Only it is restricted up to the epidemic disease. But later on what happened? Number of diseases are discovered, number of pathogenic organisms were discovered, and the diseases are classified into communicable and non-communicable diseases. So later on the scope of epidemiology get broadened and it is then classified as a modern epidemiology. So today the epidemiology is considered as a modern epidemiology, and this modern epidemiology, it deals with all the type of diseases which exist in the world. So these diseases, it may be the metabolic disease, it may be the genetic disease, it may be the uh, uh, diseases which are arising from the microbial causes. So basically the modern epidemiology, it deals with the cancer, diabetes, heart diseases. It also deals with the accidents. It also deals with the mental illness, blind, deaf and deaf, etc. Then it is also concerned with the study of general health status of the human population in relation to the environmental knowledge. So it is concerned with the health status plus environment also. So as compared to environment, in which environment the good health status is achieved, what should we eat, to get the good health. So all this is discussed, all this is concerned in the epidemiology. Now after that, what is the use of epidemiology? Why we are using the epidemiology? Why we study the epidemiology? So basically the first use of epidemiology is, by studying the epidemiology, we get the history of the health of population and the rise and fall of the diseases and change in their character. So by studying the epidemiology, we get the history of particular disease, like when that disease in the past appear, after how many years again the disease reappear, and what are the rise and fall of the disease, and in which season the disease is present at the peak, and in which season the disease is present in very negligible cases, and changes in the character, like COVID-19. This COVID-19 virus, which is called as SARS-CoV-2. This SARS-CoV-2 is not a unique type of virus. Basically, it is the wild virus, but it gets mutated, and that's why there is a change in its character, and that's why we are unable to search for the vaccine or the treatment of that disease. So by using the epidemiology, we can come to know about the changing character or changing pattern of particular disease. Secondly, epidemiology is used to diagnose the health of community. By studying the epidemiology, we come to diagnose the health of the community, that whether a particular community is having the good immunity or a particular community is having a very weak immunity, which community is more susceptible to disease, which community is less susceptible to disease, that's on. Third point for the use of epidemiology is, by using the epidemiology, we can plan and evolve the health services. Like in today's situation, all over the world, the health services are very active, and all the health services are having the main aim to control the spread of COVID-19. So in this way, there are number of plans implemented by the different countries, and as per their plan, like today we are in the lockdown system. So lockdown is also one of the plan of these health services. So it is also coming from epidemiology. Next, the use of epidemiology is to estimate the individual risk and chance. By the epidemiology, we come to know that which individuals are at high risk of particular disease, and what are the chances of spreading of a particular disease in the community. Then it is also used to identify the syndromes. We can identify number of syndromes by the epidemiology. Then to complete the natural history of the disease, we can also complete the natural history of the disease. So these are basically the uses of epidemiology, and this epidemiology is very, very useful for studying a particular disease, and the person who study the epidemiology, who are in the field of epidemiology, are called as epidemiologists. And in today's situation, we should thank to the epidemiologists that they had given the preventive measures, the control measures to be safe from this COVID-19. So today what we are doing the hand washing, we are using the sanitizers, we are using the mask, we are maintaining the quarantine, we are maintaining the social distancing. All these terminologies, all these rules, all these preventive measures are given by the epidemiologists. So this epidemiology is a very, very useful branch of microbiology, and one should know one should have the knowledge of this epidemiology. So thank you very much.